Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, issue 32.
Heck yeah. Welcome back. We are covering the Infinity Gauntlet saga. We're covering all of it.
Every Saturday.
That's right. We're doing this every single Saturday. Make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that notification bell.
Of course.
And let's hit the comments from the last video because this picks up immediately after Infinity Gauntlet issue number 2.
Right. But this comment is from Quasar27.
Yes.
From Radioactive Wada. I love coming across weird and random / cringeworthy stuff in comics. It's a fun surprise. Love the vid, boys. That whole issue was very strange and cringeworthy, but it was a very fun podcast to do.
I had a lot of fun doing it. We did some improv in there.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? I like that because some issues, they have some just funny moments that need to be broken down because once you do that, you kind of grow to appreciate it more. And this issue, Doctor Strange, is another one of those examples.
I'm learning the tie-ins that we've been reading that aren't Silver Surfer have a little more leeway when it comes to how hard they have to tie in. Quasar, not so much. There was a little tiny amount of crossover with the overall Infinity Gauntlet. Doctor Strange has a little more than that, but not much.
What happens in this issue does take place, though, during the Great Disappearance and post-second major event in the Infinity Gauntlet run, Thanos' scream.
Right, he screamed at death, and this caused a giant shockwave to travel across the whole universe, and it made planet Earth experience several catastrophes, one of which was a giant earthquake that completely, took everything out on Manhattan.
8.2 on the Richter scale.
That's a big one, folks. That is a big earthquake.
We looked this up.
We looked it up on the internet. 8.2 is bad.
It's like less than 10 of them every 10 years. We're
Something
talking
like that.
major destruction.
Thanos is real bad news.
Although this issue is strange, it does have some redeeming parts.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to love here, especially the more you read it, I think the more I noticed in here that was worth reading.
You're seeing for the first time the full effects of Thanos on planet Earth. Buildings, homes in rubble, people screaming on the streets. You're seeing just massive destruction. And if you look into this little cul-de-sac that Doctor Strange lives, every house except his own is in rubble.
And they say that he was able to cast a quick little spell and save his house, but it made me think how angry his next door neighbor has to be.
Oh my gosh, how
what the hell, man?
You could do one more?
You couldn't extend your little protective bubble one more house?
Yeah, that's true, right? Why didn't
save me and my house and the whole street?
Doctor Strange walks out. He's like, that was a close one.
No time. I just got to save my one house. Oh, woo!
That was a close one,
Walks
man.
out on the street the next day sorry, Steve. Your house is gone, but I'm good.
Yeah, my house is safe, though, because I put this force field up. You got to learn some magic, homie.
Learn some powers.
All right, but Doctor Strange, we see a really interesting thing take place here. The beginning of this issue is Doctor Strange getting into a fight with his loved one, someone he's going to spend the rest of his life with.
It's a bit of a flashback.
Yes.
He flashes back to stuff that happened fairly soon before the snap originally happened. Before Silver Surfer crashed into Doctor Strange's roof.
Yes.
He was having an argument with his girlfriend.
Yes.
And she decided to leave. And they didn't really end on good terms.
No, he was quite uncertain about what was going to happen. He wasn't sure if she was going to come back. And even here, you see him slowly realizing this mistake he made. We go on post-shout. Well,
Right.
technically post-snap and shout. And this is where the issue actually gets pretty interesting for me. This is where I got drawn in because you see two side characters really until now. Pip the Troll.
Right.
And the Minotaur.
The Minotaur, who I figured out in this issue for the first time, his name is Rintra.
Rintra?
I like the Minotaur guy better.
I do.
I think that's cooler. So.
This guy is very strange on panels.
Yes, he's like a student. He's a student of Doctor Strange as he's learning magic. A disciple is what they refer to him as.
He rocks this very, very little cloth between his legs.
Only in the front though.
Oh yeah, full butt.
You get a full-on Minotaur butt in this issue, so that's good. It's a key first appearance of Rintra's ass.
That's right. And they go off because, for the first thing is Pip the Troll's inside.
Can we talk about this scene? It's one of the first panels of this group scene inside of Doctor Strange's house. All the people that are in here at the end of Infinity Gauntlet 2. There's kind of a group starting to congregate in Doctor Strange's living room with Doctor Doom, Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, Adam Warlock, Pip the Troll, and Mr. Minotaur, Rintrah. I just thought that was a cool. It was a cool little scene, seeing all of them congregate, and Doctor Doom's just kind of filling his goblet, and
That's right.
you guys are beneath me. Let's figure this out and hurry up.
Yeah, teams are forming in this moment at the end of Infinity Gauntlet 2. And then this is like immediately after. And you have Pip the Troll, who's trying to light up a cigarette the entire time.
Rintrah, he kind of butts in. He's like, well, hold on. You can't smoke that in here. You know Doctor Strange's rules. And besides, smoking's bad for you. Tobacco is dangerous. Don't smoke. For 2 reasons.
Yeah, there's this like back and forth over and over again about him smoking. He goes outside to smoke, and then he gives them crap again for smoking. We have 2 different panels very quickly touching on cigarette use.
Cigarettes are bad, kids. It's
That's
like they
right.
might as well look right into the, straight on. Don't smoke.
Don't smoke. All right. And then where is he going?
Well, Doctor Strange wanted to leave. He was worried about his ex-girlfriend and how he was curious if she had survived the earthquake or even survived the snap in the first place, if she even exists. And he was about to walk out the door and go find her, but Adam Warlock's, no, we must wait here for Thanos. His attack is imminent, and we must all remain on site for this inevitable attack. So the Minotaur and Pip the Troll go out and look for her instead.
They transform into some like human.
They got like a magical disguise
Disguises.
spell that that Rintrah uses because he's a magician's apprentice.
That's right.
So they transform into normal people and go check out this like speech thing that's happening in a park right down the road.
Well, people are screaming, and this is where you see this community and how like what's actually starting to form. It reminds me of The Mist a little bit. Stephen King.
Of course.
In the grocery store,
I'm very familiar with The Mist. I love that movie.
defending against creatures from the unknown. And what happens is there's someone who is kind of taking on this religious tone and convincing people that this is the end of times. This is what they spoke of in the Bible.
You should watch The Mist. If you haven't seen The Mist, go watch The Mist.
It's pretty good. So is the Netflix series, by the way. I didn't mind that.
I didn't see that. It got canceled real quick. I didn't watch it.
Full season one's there, and it's pretty good. It's worth checking out. But they have this moment, and people are freaking out. And this person who is leading this speech is Silver Dagger.
Yes. This guy is kind of using the chaos of the immediate post-snap, post-destructive earthquake to kind of blame Doctor Strange. He's like, all of this evil stuff is the work of Satan, and it's happening because this guy who lives right down the road is a fucking wizard, and he's bad news. So we gotta go take him out. He's bad.
Right. That's right. But really, why does he want him taken out? His eye.
That's the real reason.
So next, what takes place is a whole battle visually.
I have a very shaky idea of this entire battle / argument that Doctor Strange and Silver Dagger are getting into here.
Silver Dagger wants Doctor Strange's eye, which is in the amulet. He also has a new eye, which is blasting laser beams.
Right. He's like Cyclops.
Yes.
Except actually with one eye, like an actual Cyclops. But it shoots silver laser beams out of one eye instead of a red laser beam out of both eyes.
And he also has like a third eye that he's hiding in the socket.
It's weird. He's got like an eye patch, and underneath that is this laser beam eye. But as far as I know, his second eye is an actual eye. Like he's just got a normal eye and then one that shoots laser beams.
You think we're saying eye a lot, but the word eye comes up at least 20 times in this comic book.
At least 20 times per panel.
Because of Agamotto.
They start blasting eyeballs at each other, and it's a very strange battle sequence. But we find out that this eye that Silver Dagger is using to shoot eye lasers is actually the original Eye of Agamotto. But wait, I thought Doctor Strange was wearing the Eye of Agamotto and that amulet around his neck like he always does in the movie.
But what eye is this?
That's the Eye of Agamotto 2.0.
I'm so confused. Which eye are we talking about?
I'm so confused as well.
Well, here, take this. Take a look at this little asterisk here. Go 30 comic books back.
Yeah. Just go back to Doctor Strange number 6 and read this crazy story about the Silver Dagger guy trapped in a different dimension with the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland.
That's right. And you have a Doctor Strange comic book.
Yeah.
Because he gets away.
He gets away.
He gets away. It resolves because Doctor Strange is saved.
By what?
By his partner.
So they're fighting. They're shooting eye beams. The Eye of Agamotto versus the eye of the guy's face. And he's like, but wait, I'm called Silver Dagger. This is a silver dagger. It's my eye, but I've also got this
Silver
actual
dagger.
silver dagger on my belt, and I'm gonna throw it right at you.
Yep.
And Doctor Strange is like, oh no, if I break my concentration, then I'll get blasted by the silver dagger from his eye. But if I don't stop the actual silver dagger flying at my face, then I will get a dagger in my face.
But what about the Eye of Agamotto?
Ah, no. He's thinking all this stuff in his head. There's a lot of inner thoughts. There's a lot of dialogue and words in
He's
this issue.
very stressed out. There is
Yes.
one gorgeous panel as Doctor Strange traps Silver Dagger in a prism.
Yes.
That is so cool. The
this
color
is-
work there. Doctor Strange, so cool.
exactly what I imagine Doctor Strange comics to be like.
Oh,
A bunch of weird names and demons and
colors
and colors.
Ditko Strange. I love
And
it.
drugs. I assume lots of drugs were happening behind the scenes.
Must be. I mean, this is a great comic. It ends with a reunion, which is super important here.
He's wondering how he's going to stop this dagger flying at him, and his girlfriend comes back out of nowhere and dissolves the dagger before it can like hit Doctor Strange's face.
Saves him.
She saves the day, and the guy kind of just leaves. I don't remember what happens.
Yeah, he leaves. He gets away, and Doctor Strange is left with his partner, and they make up. He realizes that he almost lost her.
She's fine. She did not disappear in the snap or get crushed by something in the the earthquake.
She takes responsibility, but also says that it's both of their responsibility to maintain the relationship, and
Sure.
and he agrees. And in this moment, this is something actually really important to point out. This is the first time we see any type of joy, any type of like good feeling.
That's a bummer.
Since when? Like, can you really like think here,
I'm
Ryan?
having to like
Go back. We're going back probably 20, 30 issues at this point, to a point when we had laughter. When did this happen?
It's hard not to dwell on the Impossible Man because I hate that guy, but
That's it.
that's the last time I feel like something silly happened. Unless I'm forgetting something.
Impossible Man, I almost called him Plastic Man. Impossible Man has to convince Silver Surfer to kind of just relax a bit,
Right.
because
I remember.
Silver Surfer was going to lose his mind.
That was like the third video we ever did, right? Or like the second or third one of these. It was
Yeah,
way
we'll put
back.
the link up there. But the way that that comic book resolved was Impossible Man getting Silver Surfer to crack a joke,
Right, and to try and see the lighter side of things.
regardless of how much peril the universe is in and how just much chaos that the reality that we live in can have from time and time again. And here we have the first moment since then we see any characters, especially post snap,
Been a lot of doom and gloom lately.
post shout.
Post any of this.
Exactly.
Nothing but chaos and death and sadness.
Strange with his loved one standing within the prism, away from the world, away from the rubble and the death and the chaos, together in love.
Because he knows he's got to go off and like take care of Thanos. And this
He
is
knows he
probably
may die.
the last moment they're going to get together, probably. Potentially.
Both of them may die. So it's a beautiful moment here.
It's a nice moment, but it's still kind of tinged with a little depression,
Yes.
sadness, some worry about the future.
Still interesting nonetheless, and a part of the Infinity Gauntlet saga.
It's a very minor tie-in because it kind of stops being a tie-in the minute they leave the house.
Right.
But that house scene, I don't know. I like it. I like the universe building that it does.
It really does.
It's the tie-in to the main story.
Yeah. What's it like to live in a reality where this type of chaos took place? And what relationships and what moments come out of those types of challenges? Interesting stuff.
It is.
If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because we're putting out a bunch of videos all the time, a lot of content happening.
All the time. So many videos.
I want to know from the audience, what are you reading right now? Because Doctor Strange is going on my poll list. I'm curious what's on your poll list. Put your answers in the comment section below.
Let's talk comics.
We do appreciate your time. As always,
Geek responsibly.
enough said. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget you have until November 15th to sign up for the mystery mail call, to reserve your November box, to get your She-Hulk print, and to get your comic books from us. Link in description below to sign up.